Chinese school interview take 2.
What's up, everybody? Sean Phillip here with Chinese School and Glasses of Water, Worst Kept TV. Guys, let me jump right in. Chinese School. So, are we students of the language? Are we teaching our fans culture, or is it?
Yeah, we're the instructors, and then you're the student.
I understand. I see. Great.
Enrollment is always open, so doors are always open.
Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, you heard that. Come out and see Chinese School and learn a bit about ancient China.
Maybe a little bit. Listen to some music. Generally, we play a set at our lectures.
In all seriousness, though, how would you guys describe your live shows?
Very loud. Say there's a lot of guitar, a lot of drums, a lot of bass.
Bombastic. I would say bombastic. I really like to let everybody know that we're there.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
don't fuck around.
And do you think that's what communicates to people the most? They leave understanding that it was loud?
A little bit. I think they see that there's a structure, but they also kind of get they get the whole oh, these guys are fucking obnoxiously loud.
Right.
Kind of like a wall of sound. I like building the wall of sound.
Definitely. And does that come through in your recordings as well?
You should probably just see us live
Why do you say that?
because it's a lot louder.
Which means better.
Which means better, exactly. On the recordings are good. They're just different. I don't know, the recordings are a little more tame, I would say.
It's a little more structured for a studio environment, but we take some liberties at shows to make it a little more interesting.
Okay. Interesting for the band and also for the audience?
Yes.
Does that involve improvisation or jamming?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because our last show we definitely did a lot more jams than we ever have before, and we had a couple people notice, say hey, that sounded really different this time, or what was that new song you played? Well, it wasn't new, it was the same one. So it was interesting.
I'm curious what kind of an impact that has on the audience, because I play in a group that's accused of being a jam band or an improvisational group, and we don't see it that way.
Yeah.
And for us, jamming has kind of become a dirty word, but it's the thing that got us into music. You know? How do you guys handle that? How do you try and control the improvisational aspects, or does it, do you let it get out of control, out of hand?
Did you take it?
I think we're pretty good at wrapping things up on time, and I absolutely have gotten that. I have always been we cannot be a jam band. You don't want to be the band that's playing, extending their songs 20 minutes. And I think that we've done a pretty good job refraining from doing that. Stamati knows when to, when to wrap things up. But
being the timekeeper, or the engine, as I like to call myself, it's one of those things where it's you can usually feel when something's right around where it needs to be, or, maybe I should push it a little more. I like the whole concept in a jam where it's there are no wrong notes.
Nice.
It's all just different notes, and that's why it's oh, let's put a spin on it. So, I don't know, tempo's up, down, whatever. Whether you're playing what you want to play or not want to play, it's, I don't know, the whole fucking with it thing.
Definitely. Give me just a second, because that sparked a thought, and I wonder if I can catch it. That's cool, though. I like where this is going. Maybe we can keep it kind of conversational.
Well, I'll add real quick, kind of to the part of the whole jam thing. Butch is totally right. We do a good job at kind of keeping it concise. And that helps because I think as a musician, you go to shows and you listen to them differently than people who are just there just to listen, if they don't play. Because you said bands get accused, your band gets accused of being called a jam band when you're not. It's you have those parts and those ideas, and those are your starting point. So we develop those and just kind of keep it concise. So it's not a jam, it's an idea, and we revisit it.
I like that.
Keep it fresh.
I think also a compromise that has to be made, and I believe I've seen you guys make this too, is the compromise between being something enjoyable to watch and then also enjoying what's going on. And what I mean is if you have this really great song and people listen to the recording and they love that and they come out to the show to see that, how far, how much can you play with that to like really make it kind of genuine expression on stage, but still keep people interested and engaged?
Yeah, that's something that I think at least I'm always considering when we're playing a song, at least a song that has like, based more off like the melody, vocal melody, or, like the catchy guitar riff, or, not that our songs are catchy, but we try to make them catchy. And, if you're too far from that, and then people are like, wait a minute, is this the song that I heard that I like? No. But I mean, like, there are certain songs I think that we absolutely, like, we stick at least to the, the standard structure. I mean, we always stick to the standard structure, but...
I mean, they might be a little, like perverted with like a little intro, a little outro, something like that, or like a, let's extend the jam just a little longer in the middle. But it's usually all discussed at one point. It's not like we just were like, here, let's get on stage and fucking just go for it, click,
Right.
like.
There's a kind of responsibility,
Right, and we're good at looking at each other too and taking cues. That's
eye contact,
that's
totally.
I've always felt like, I mean, with any band that I've played with, or any song that you write, or you write with a band or yourself, and you play it live, if it's been recorded, that, I mean, it really depends. There's been songs that we've recorded and it's like, we can make this better. But if you've recorded a song and it's there and people can listen to that, on a CD or whatever it is, then you it's so much easier to stick to that, that structure.
It's easier to identify if you don't change the song from the recording. So we have to keep the sound of the song and work like a new energy into it for a live setting.
Let's stick with this. Let me ask you about the writing process for you guys.
The writing, it's really interesting. What we do is we go into our practice space and turn up really loud and play really loudly and then scream at each other for a couple weeks and then a new song comes out.
That's no joke. That's
yeah.
That's one.
And our guitar player Mikey, who's not here right now, is usually like he pisses on the fire. It's ridiculous. We'll get an idea going, and then whether he likes it or doesn't like it, whatever, he's just like, oh, I like that. Keep doing that. Okay. Or if he doesn't like it, he's like, it's fucking stupid. We need to move on. God damn it. And then usually one of the three of us, primarily Butch though, kind of gets like offended or something. And he's like, well, I don't know. Like, you can't just write a song. Like, just have it be.
And then I'm in the corner going, it all sounded fucking good. Let's just go with it.
I'm just like, I just want to play drums. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Dysfunctional family band.
That's one way we write songs.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes one of us will bring something to the table, or something that, like, one of us has written a couple years ago, slightly modified or not. Just be like, let's see what this sounds like, or we'll start playing it.
Or we'll listen to our favorite bands and steal their music.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean,
songs come from everywhere.
Yeah, I hope that.
And it sounds like it's really a group effort, whether a person is pissing on the fire, as you say, or
Yeah, because at least if he's pissing on the fire, it means he cares about it.
There you go. Nice, I like that.
Well, it's either that or I think he doesn't want to like create like a bad reputation for himself. It's like, I don't want to be the guitar player who played the riff that sounds like a Limp Bizkit song or something.
Oh my God, no one does.
Nobody.
Yeah,
That's
we've got
way to kill a track.
Exactly. And then you can really take the wind out of Mikey's sails when you say something like that. Like,
oh, dude, that
instant
sounds just
sad
like
face.
Limp Bizkit.
Dude,
Yeah,
let's do that. Does anyone want to remind us what year it is?
Well, that's cool. I think that comes across in your live shows, that being an investment in the group. Like, you all have your hearts on the line, basically, because you've all been a part of the writing process.
Yeah, I think more so than a lot of bands. Where, I mean, like, I've been in bands in the past, actually, really primarily, where one person would bring a song to the table. And it's not like we don't do that or that doesn't work, because it will, and it has, and we have a lot of songs that have come about like that. But I think it's been a lot more collaborative, at least from my experience in songwriting with this band. It's like really a team. Like, the songs would be nothing like they are if even if I or Alex or Stamati brought something to the table. Even Stamati will bring a guitar part.
Yeah, you wrote the bridge
sometimes.
to our last song we recorded, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
What are we calling it? My Eye?
Got my eye.
Got my eye.
or eye on you. One
Nice.
of the two.
All right.
But yeah. Oh, I just remember we were playing it and it was just like really soft, and then the chorus would get a little rocky, and I was like, we should just do a really fucking huge bridge, and that's how that came.
So we
to
picked
life.
up a guitar and played all these power chords, and they were great.
Nice.
I was like, stop with fancy 7 chords and 9 chords and shit. Nobody cares about them.
2 notes. First and fifth.
Exactly.
And there you go.
Throw an octave, boom.
Done.
Print it. I like it. All right, guys, this is feeling good. Let's keep moving. So, talking about the live shows, let me ask you guys about the Columbus music scene, and more specifically, how those waters taste right now.
Well, water's a funny thing because, well, actually, it's not. It tastes good.
Actually does. It was at Bretta.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
Very
about.
purified.
But you were saying the local scene.
Yeah, the Columbus music scene. What are you guys most attracted to about it? What do you think the best parts of the Columbus music scene are? And versely, what are some things that maybe separate it from the reputation that Chicago may have? Another Midwest city, but definitely distinct in its own right.
Do you want to go first?
No.
Okay.
I need a minute with this one. You go first or something.
All right. Well, I think the Columbus music scene is really sweet because there is such a wide group of musicians. You've got, you know, all these different sounds from like the straight up really hard heavy rock and roll to stuff a little more on the poppy side or acoustic stuff, and it's all very good, and there's always like an audience for it. Like there's so many different scenes, and it's cool to see some shows. Like we played a show with Damn the Witch Siren, and it's a 2-piece synth dance, like poppy synthy dance.
Totally.
And it was awesome. Like it was one of our better shows. It was really cool. Everyone appreciated it, you know, back and forth. So that was really cool about the music scene. I like that.
Yeah, I saw that group recently and was blown away. You know, and I think the thing that was so powerful was that my phone's going off right now.
That is powerful.
Sorry, Damn the Witch Siren. What was so great about that group is I had never seen those two people before. You know, and then they get up on stage, multi-instrumental. The female is just an incredible vocalist, and they're writing.
Oh, she sells it. Yeah.
They're writing these like syncopated pop tracks.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I had no idea this was here. This was growing.
Yeah, throwing in a Madonna song
Yeah,
too. But they're phenomenal to see live.
totally. And you know, as I said, versely, how does Columbus compare to a scene like Chicago?
I was gonna jump in on that when you first said it, but obviously when you finish, I haven't really experienced like Chicago or I guess any other city as much as I would like to. We've played in Toledo, got some plans to play around Ohio here really soon, but like Chicago, I feel like there was no like concentrated area. I mean, Chicago, for example, there's no like concentrated area. I could be wrong, like where the music is. And I mean, like Columbus, then again, is just like a strip. So, I mean, there's venues all up and down. And another thing about Columbus is I feel like bands from other cities are always like willing and wanting to come through and play. And we've been playing shows with.
And do show swaps with them. Like
Yeah.
Totally.
other bands have been really good about that.
Yeah, say like I went to Chicago kind of looking for the music scene, but just to visit. I mean, have you?
Yeah, played there a few times and seen, you know, a few shows there. I know of bands that we used to play with, Tribe of the Mountain, for instance, another Athens band that moved to Chicago, changed their name, and is now launching this new group from that place. I like the difference that I see is more in reputation. Like Chicago has this history, and it doesn't necessarily need to prove itself. Now, I don't want to.
Well, it's almost like an expectation, though.
Yeah, almost. And what's cool about Columbus, I think, is we have the opportunity to really surprise these traveling bands that have a Columbus date on Sunday, and they're so about it, and they come out and see, you know, Chinese School just throw it down, or they see Damn the Witch Siren do something totally unique, and then Columbus becomes to them a kind of a must see or a must stop.
Right, and I think Columbus is constantly changing, like from the time that we started, and God forbid, ever playing at Bernie's again. But starting at Bernie's,
Yeah,
gotta kick it off somewhere.
You gotta rock Bernie's.
That's
if you
a
don't
very-
know how to rock Bernie's, then you shouldn't be playing it.
I can't believe Bernie's still exists, but I guess it is just always.
Every
going
band's
to.
proving
Something
ground.
cleansing about playing. Really playing a venue. Like that is like the most cleansing thing in the world.
I love it. Yeah, very cathartic. Like we're playing Cafe Bourbon Street tonight, and
I love it.
I love Bourbon. Yeah.
Just because you can fuck shit up in Bourbon
Yeah,
Street and nobody
like,
cares.
Kevin and I are really pumped for the set tonight because we know we're gonna let loose, and Black Label's on the house all night.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
It's the
Dollar
word here.
beers.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
cool.
good stuff.
Yep. Josh, let me just back up, guys, and we're gonna do like some quick questions. So
All right.
bear with me. It'll be like we're sitting down for the first time.
All read, please.
The illusion of camera.
Great.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Sean Phillip here with Worst Kept TV. Chinese School sitting beside me, sharing some water, staying hydrated, staying healthy.
Thank you.
Guys, let's run down the line real quick and get some names and your instrument and maybe how long you've been playing music.
Stamati Arrakis, and I played drums and guitar and stuff, but primarily drums in the band, and I've been playing music for about 10-ish years, something like that. But yeah.
I'm Alex Randall. I play bass, and I've been playing music for probably 12 or 14 years.
Butch Wagner. I play guitar and sing in Chinese school. I like to play a little drums. Like to play a little bit of everything. I started on piano. Picked up a violin for a little bit. Kind of worked. Didn't really work. But I've been playing since I was 14. I picked up a guitar, and I'm 25. So
Do that math. Do that math,
Do
people
that
at
math.
home.
We don't teach that at Chinese school.
Oh, and then there's Mikey, who's not here, and he's been playing right around the same time Butch started playing. So
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
guitar.
Let me ask you, how do you guys get your new music? Are we streaming? Are we stealing? Are we downloading?
I all of that. Stream,
Yeah.
steal, buy
Everything.
it sometimes. It just
Yeah,
depends on. You know what it is? I only buy music if I'm truly impressed with the music. But usually that involves me having to steal it first.
Sure.
And then I'll feel bad
See,
because
is it-
I'll have stolen something that's really good, and then I'll be like, okay, I should throw this band some money because they're really cool.
What's the last album? What's the last album you paid for?
The last album I paid for? I bought a Silent Lions
Yeah.
CD. That was the
Out
last
of
thing I
Detroit,
paid for.
2-piece.
Yeah.
So sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I saw you guys live was with Sign Lines at Kobo, right?
Yes.
That was fun.
Alex, what about you? Last album you bought?
Actually, I was on vacation last week, and I bought a vinyl of Treat Her Right, which is the band that Mark Sandman was in before Morphine. I don't know if you know about
Okay,
Morphine.
yeah, Morphine, totally.
Yeah, and that's just like straight up blues. It's not, he sings a little bit, but it's pretty awesome.
Big Willie Style, 1999.
Yeah.
No, that was my first album actually. I think the last one I bought. Me and my roommates recently got a record player, and I've been buying like a record a week for the past several months now. But I think the last one was actually Billy Joel's Greatest Hits because I'm going to see him next week, and I'm not gonna lie, his hits are fantastic. So.
Yeah. Amazing talent. Are you going to get up on stage?
With
Hopefully,
Billy
right?
Joel?
Yeah, with Billy
Oh.
Joel.
With Billy
You're like,
Joel.
Billy, I know all your songs. I have your greatest hits.
Those are the only ones that matter, right?
Yeah, I think I will. Let's see.
So, Chinese school, reversely, what's your favorite meal of the day?
Breakfast.
Definitely dinner or late dinner.
Hey, do you like dinner? What was that in Pat? Did you ever do the It's Pat movie?
Oh, yeah,
Where she
totally.
walks up and he's like, hey, do you like dinner? Yeah!
I'm talking supper.
Yeah, I'm talking stuff. No, I'd say probably dinner if I had to give one.
Let me just get a little bit more. Let's get some, try and really fire them off.
Short answer.
Chinese school, what size shoe do you guys wear down the line?
13.
13.
10 and a half.
Damn, some big boys.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Mikey, he's small.
Does anyone, if Chinese school were a sport, what sport would it be? And why?
Wakeboarding. Is that a sport?
Wakeboarding.
Yeah.
It says
Allowed.
wakeboarding.
Allowed.
Maybe like extreme disc golf.
Nice. Okay.
Really? I got speed walking. For sure. Like, that's us. to a T.
With weights in the hand.
Let's go with
well, like
speed
80s. So
walking.
you have
The ones you can
sand
strap
weights.
on
Yeah.
to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Let's go with speed walking.
Do those. Competitive speed walking.
Cool.
Definitely.
If you guys could write music in any decade of history, what would that be?
80s, 90s, or 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80s.
You collab with Billy Joel and then jump to the 90s for Big Willie style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Willie.
Yeah, I gotta say, if I could go back just 7 to 9 years,
Okay.
something right around like the mid 2000s, that's where I would like to stay. I was real comfortable with what was going on in 2005.
That was like Limp Bizkit, wasn't it?
No, Limp Bizkit, it was like late 90s, early 2000s. And then he sort of faded around 2005.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, he was still around. I think he is still around.
But then again, if we could get back to the 70s, then I feel like there's a lot more opportunity.
You know, everybody talks about how great the 70s were. I'm not that fucking impressed, okay?
Oh, I'm not saying I am.
So talk to me about Worst Kept Secret Fest coming up April 18th and 19th. When are you guys playing?
We're playing on the 18th, and this is the first year we're a part of it, and it's really awesome that we've got all these awesome bands and everyone's going to be there, and it's just, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited for all the bands. I mean, everyone I met today. I mean, this is great.
What a crew, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What a
Kind of a mess, but
Anything else on your mind?
You want to do like one last? You want to do like?
Yes, yeah, let's talk about upcoming stuff. So Chinese School, talk to me about what's next. You guys headed on the road. Is there an album in the process?
I don't think we're ready for an album yet, but we're trying to hit some cities outside of Columbus and write new material, get some stuff recorded.
Whipping these boys into shape.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
whole thing.
The speed walking, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
yeah, I think the first thing, at least prioritizing for us three, and I think we could speak for Mikey. But yeah, getting a few shows around Ohio, showing Ohio who we are and what we have. Because I mean, we have music to share, and then hopefully shortly after that, get a collection of songs that we could probably call an album. But I'd say there's no rush for an album because I don't want to.
Yeah, I can't rush that.
I like that. No rush. You guys have recorded before though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how's that process been?
That was good because we did a weekend at Relay Studios, and that was really fun. I mean, it was pretty. 4 tracks, just went in there, laid them down as quick as we could, and then we did one song in Toledo, which was like a day.
There was a tornado.
Yeah, there was a tornado actually.
That was a blast.
almost the house was made of like this aluminum shit. And so it's like I just remember the wind hit the side of the house, and it's like the whole house just went like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about.
Let's
crawling
wrap
down
this
the
up,
crawl
guys. We
space.
don't need to do that.
This is stupid.
Yeah. So wrapping it up would be cool.
Oh, I was talking about. Oh, this is stupid.
No, I thought you
We're
saying
getting
this.
the.
No.
Don't touch me.
Hands off. Give me the. All right, guys. For Worst Kept Secret Fest. Damn. All right, Chinese School. All right, Chinese School.
Just take a pause. I'll do that whole outro as like a separate segment.
Want to cut it then? Is that what you mean?
No, just one pause, just a break.
Alright, guys, let's wrap this
So
up.
pause it.
I thought you meant yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I'm in the middle of
you were talking story.
Yeah, the story. I'm in the story.
I thought you were like, okay, we don't
totally
need to know about the day.
No one cares. All right, and all right, everyone. Thank you, Chinese School, for sitting down with Worst Kept Secret. Damn it, Worst Kept TV. Well, thank you, Chinese School, for sitting down with Worst Kept TV. I'm Sean Phillip. We'll see you guys on April 18th and 19th.
Thanks, Sean.
That was a shitload of fucking. No, he's got a lot of material to work with.
Yeah, probably too much. Actually, when you
You just go ahead and cut it all out. But thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. That was all right.
No, that was
Thank you,
That was
Sean.
really
that was awesome.
good.
It went better than most of the other ones because